Come with my wife and I on our annual New York City date. Our names are Kaylee and Shay, and we live in New York City, and this is a date we go on every single year.
All right, love, what are we doing today?
We are going to Times Square.
On purpose.
On purpose. It's the only day of the year we will ever go to Times Square on purpose because it's dead. There's nobody there, but there's still a little bit of confetti falling down. So, it's just nice. And then we're gonna go to the Bryant Park Market once again because usually it's a madhouse. But on New Year's Day, everything's technically still open and no one's there. So that's our little New Year's Day tradition.
Yeah, we got a later start than I would normally like, so we will see how it goes.
Yeah.
We took the subway, like every New Yorker will tell you they always do. It's only $2.90 per person to wherever you want to go in all the city. We're starting in Queens. We live in Astoria, Queens, and we are heading to 49th Street, which is like the top of Times Square, I would call. So pretty much you get off and you can see the lights of Times Square. You'll see in just a second. I also love how we step off the train and there's immediately this confetti left from the night before. Everything will be cleaned up pretty fast. The New York City Sanitation Department will have it all cleaned up by Friday. We filmed this on January 1st, which was a Wednesday, and it'll be gone by Friday. Absolutely no problem. Here we are just getting off the train, stepping right into Times Square. There it is in all its glory. It's still pretty much set up from the night before. We get the full experience. We were hoping to get out before the tourists all did, but as you can see, this was still pretty busy. We usually like to go earlier in the morning, but we stayed up a little late, okay? It's still awesome. I lived in New York for years. It's still really cool. I make Shay take this photo every single year to send to her parents on New Year's Day. And this is what it looked like this year. I think it's so freaking funny. You see, we can still see the confetti falling. It kind of lands on the buildings up above, and you can see it's getting blown off by the wind and blowing around. The ball is also there year round, so that kind of never goes away. It's just cool to see the day, you know? Now we're heading over to walk towards the Bryant Park Holiday Market. That's over on 42nd and 5th Avenue. As you can see, confetti everywhere. You can't get away from it. It's going to be there for a couple days as it keeps kind of blowing off the top of the buildings and stuff, but I don't mind. It's a pretty good time. Gives you the full New Year's experience, you know? Even as you walk blocks and blocks away, you can see from different bars and parties and stuff. But like I said, it'll get cleaned up pretty quick. Now we're just jetting over. We also wanted to get some steps in for the day, so I'll try to keep you updated on the kilometers that we've walked. I'm doing a challenge to get to 1,025 kilometers in the year 2025. So we were using this not just as an excuse to go see all the fun New Year's things, but also to get some steps in. Day one of the challenge, you know? So we're walking over now. This is 7 blocks or so. It's not too bad. New Yorkers walk everywhere. If it's less than just a couple subway stops, I'm walking. And there we are at the Bryant Park Holiday Market. This is a date we take every single year. I kind of started on accident, but now we have so much fun just spending the day together and hanging out. So as we walk into the holiday market, you can see it's pretty busy. We're at 0.72 kilometers walked, so not even a full kilometer, which is like half a mile or a little more than that. So it's not too bad of a walk from Times Square. The Bryant Park Holiday Market happens every single year. It's usually jam-packed wall to wall with people right before the holiday, so this is a good time to go if you want to actually get anything you want to try. They've got a ton of shopping, but we are here today mostly for food. The food is the part I love the most. So we'll take a look at some stalls, crepe cafe. Everything I smelled from this place smelled so good. We did not go with this place today. We also did not go with Curds the Word, but I thought the name was absolutely hilarious. Cheese curds are delicious, just not the vibe for the day. We usually like to try to go a little more exciting. Frida's favorites. Last year we got the corn in a cup, which is like Mexican street corn, but in a cup version. Super good, but we got that last year. Joey Bat's Cafe. This one was a contender for our dessert for sure. They're little custard tarts. They have different flavors. That looks super good. I thought this sounded delicious, but Shay does not like truffle. So this is like truffle pizza by the Truffleist. Super good. Shay's not a fan, unfortunately. which also meant that we did not go with the cheesesteaks by the truffleist. They apparently only make like 20 of their truffle cheesesteak every day. We did not get that. This is the raclette, where they scrape that cheese onto sandwiches. It smelled kind of funky. I'm sure it's delicious. It just was not for me that day. The Stroop waffles we also got last year. Shay was a big fan. I know she thinks of them often. I will have to get her a Stroop waffle outside of this date because she almost went back there this year again, but we did not go with that either. Babka Bailout, I saw online. I thought Shay would really like this, but unfortunately they were closed this whole day we were here. On our walk over to what we did eventually decide on, I saw everybody ice skating, and I always think it's really nice how they set up these ice skating rinks so everybody can hang out, and there's kids falling down, and there's people who are super good at ice skating. We almost never ice skate because it's a little expensive, and I'm not good at it. I'm sure Shay would be great, but we do not do this. We decided on Bao by Kaya. I love Bao. Bao is so freaking good. We got the combo, 2 bao and popcorn chicken. We got the pork belly and the curry chicken, but they also had popcorn chicken, Szechuan cow, and Buddha, which looks like a vegetarian. It's so beautiful. The popcorn chicken had this like spicy kind of mayo sauce on it. Oh my god, I was just staring. I almost ran into people walking to the table. Here's us trying it. Popcorn chicken first.
Popcorn chicken.
Go for this one. All right, first. It smells so good.
Yep.
Seasoned beautifully.
Cheers.
Cheers. Happy New Year.
That's actually, the crunch on that is incredible. Now the bao buns.
Oh, that's good. You buy that one.
No words, that's just incredible.
It's like a little sweet,
Yeah.
savory. Then we headed over towards dessert, stopped by this lovely Christmas tree. This isn't the famous one, but it's still really nice. We decided to do something we never do, which is wait in a line for something that's gone viral. While we were waiting, we were lucky enough to be standing by this carousel because it had to entertain me. While we waited in line for, I'm not joking, 20 minutes for a cup of some strawberries. Listen, if it was any other time of year or any other date, I would absolutely not wait in line 20 minutes for pretty much anything. I'm not somebody who will wait in line for things that I see on the internet, but this really caught my eye. This place is called Strawberro. This was $31 after tip. Shay tipped too nice, I'll say it, for a stand. But it's a Dubai chocolate strawberries. I don't know if this Dubai chocolate bar is blowing up on everyone's For You page on TikTok and whatever like it was for mine, but I needed to have it, unfortunately. It looks weird. It's got this pistachio sauce. You'll see, watch.
The strawberry to chocolate ratio is absolutely insane.
Good? You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
That is incredible.
All right, my turn. I don't even have a video of me trying it because we polished off that entire cup right then and there. We ate all of it immediately. It was an expensive cup of strawberries, don't get me wrong. Again, not something I'd probably get any other time of year, but whoa, it was so good. It was like a pistachio paste with some melty chocolate. It was so good. I've been thinking about it ever since. If you haven't seen the Dubai chocolate bars, look them up. They're everywhere on the internet, and I needed it so bad, and it was so freaking good. I'm still thinking about it. I'm like, do I go get it again before the market closes? We're at 1.81 kilometers. We walked back and forth all over that place deciding where we were going to eat. Now, we took a little detour. We went and walked by and visited my brother at work just because he works kind of in the area. We did not film him because he was a little hungover from the night before and a little grumpy. But now we are walking over to the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree, which is the giant famous Christmas tree that everyone wants to see. This is where we probably made a little bit of a mistake because it does not matter if the tourists are sleepy or not. Everybody wants to see this tree. There's the lights at Saks. They used to do a light show. They did not do it this year. We're at 3.8 kilometers after the walk to see my brother, and this is the crowd to get a look at this Christmas tree. Now, don't get me wrong, you're about to see, it's a beautiful Christmas tree. It really is. But these crowds were not for me. I'm not interested in the being in crowds, which is funny considering where I live. But I was not having a good time. So we saw this nice little tree. Not little, it's humongous, it's lovely. It's a beautiful tree every year. This is us on the side, down the road for the tree. And then it's time to walk back to the subway. We're walking, they blocked this whole entire block off because there's so much foot traffic of people coming and going to this Christmas tree. It is wild. There's people everywhere. You see them lined up to go to the top of the rock. They're lined up down the road for a show. They're walking, all of these crowds of people going to see this tree. I really recommend going early in the morning if you can, because, oh boy, this was quite a wacky time trying to get by this tree. We don't usually do this part, and if we do, we'll probably need to go earlier because the crowds were a little wild this day, I gotta say. You can see Radio City Music Hall right here. This is where the Radio City Rockettes are doing their show, so this crowd to see the Rockettes is no joke. They are sold out constantly. It's a lovely show. You should see it if you're in the area. So now we're going to do a little wrap up. So I walked 4.62 kilometers, and we spent $11.60 total in subway fare, $21.50 for lunch, $31.30 for that dessert, for a total of $64.40. These are the categories that money goes in. Our goal was to spend $50 on date night, and we did go over by $2.80, which, you know, I'm going to take that because we had a lovely day. I really enjoy this day every single year with my wife, and we're going to keep on doing it. Thanks for watching.